Hi, I'm Sandy Rodriguez, and this is Mocha. And thanks for coming. Here's another video. Your camera shy? All right. I'm Sandy Rodriguez, and I am a traumatic brain injury survivor from 1995. I also have, when I woke from coma, I had near total retrograde amnesia. It's a mouthful to say. So, I want to share another. Most of the videos right now are memory videos, so it's just like telling the stories. Eventually, well, very soon, because I'm getting a new laptop, I will start doing other videos. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to hear from me or share a story of your own. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Hit the button for subscribe and hit the bell for notifications when I have a new memory up. This memory there were two memories, and I'm so glad it came back to back. I don't remember what triggered it, but the memory is when I was in high school, I had a best friend that lived next door, and she was a grade ahead of me. She was a year older, and while we were growing up as kids, I think we did everything together. And then as we got older and went to high school and everything, we did stuff together, but we found our own groups. But this time it was, I don't know, 1986 or 7. And I had my varsity jacket on. They let me get a varsity jacket because I was in theater. So I had my theater varsity jacket on. And we went to Ford Field in Dearborn, Michigan. And she got somebody to buy us a 2-liter of California Cooler, wine coolers. Y'all remember California Coolers? Anyway, so she said, yeah, let's get drunk. I want your first experience to be with me. And she had found somebody to drive. I don't remember if it was her brother drove us there and then took us home. So I remember just drinking it. I'm sure it was like Kool-Aid. And I got really drunk really quick. I probably drank an empty stomach. And Suzanne had a little bit of a higher tolerance, so she was minding my P's and Q's. Well, I slipped on it. There was this big hill that people slid down and did on sledded down. And I wore some stupid shoes that were like flats that had no traction on them. So all of a sudden, I slipped and my feet slipped out from under me, and I was at the top of the hill. And then it was slippery, or it wasn't a fresh snow, and I slid down on my back head first down the. That's what I remember, down the hill. Because this is an episode from my past, this resides in the temporal lobe, which is episodic amnesia. Episodic. So that was in like December or January. So fast forward 6 months, I'm at a backyard outside party. I'm with my cousin Merritt, and we went to a party her friend had, and it was in a big backyard, and they had cans you were roasting meat over or something like that. But we got there and we're walking around, and Merritt's introducing me to some of her friends. We come up to a group of guys that Merritt knew, and they were laughing. And we were like, oh my God, what are you guys laughing at? So they said, this is the bomb story. Last winter, or this past winter, we were there hanging out, and all of a sudden, this drunk ass girl, we saw it from a short distance, slipped out from under, drink in hand. She like threw the drink in her face and slid down on her back down the hill. And then they started laughing again, and oh my God, I'm thinking they're talking about me. So they were like, "Yeah, she was so stupid. She must have been so drunk." And I said, "Guys, the girl you're talking about is me." They said, "No, it's us." I said, "Swear to God, if you thought it was embarrassing and thought it was funny, why would I say it wasn't me if it was?" And there was a pause, and then they just started laughing so much, and I thought, well, there was an interesting segue from to a story I never knew I was going to share with people I didn't know. So that's one of the funniest memories I've got, and it was cool because it was two memories, and not all the time do two memories that pertain to the same story ever come in back to back. So those neurons were having a good time saying, "I'm going to tell this story and you tell your half." High five, man. Amnesia high five. So, hey, share a story that you have a memory of, whether it's because of a brain injury or a stroke that you have bits and pieces of your maybe years, maybe half your past was missing. Share stories and let's support ourselves. So thanks for sticking around. I almost said thanks for standing by. Thanks for sticking around, and carpe diem.